Hi guys, welcome to my very first YouTube channel. So I kind of just wanted to do a video talking about why I decided to start my channel. I am a mother of one, a first-time mom, and it has been a very rough journey for me, to say the least. I feel like I have had such an identity crisis in this past year. My son is officially 18 months as of, oh wait, he's not even 18 months yet. Tomorrow he will be 18 months. And the time has just flown by, and as I reflect on this past year and a half, I just see so much hardship and struggle and tears. Like, motherhood can be very, very lonely and isolating, and I felt that very heavily. And one of the things that really helped me throughout this time was that I would watch YouTube videos of other women who were in the same situation as me. I would watch these other mothers. Please stop touching. Please stop touching. Thank you. I would watch these other mothers with their YouTube channels, and it honestly made me feel less alone. It made me feel seen, heard. It just made me feel like we were all in this together, and I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't going crazy. Motherhood is actually very hard, and I feel like that's something that's just not talked about enough before you actually become a mother. Like, I don't really feel like I was prepared for exactly how difficult the transition to motherhood would be for me. And honestly, I just feel like having a child is just all consuming. It feels like all of your time, all of your energy, all of who you are simply revolve around your child. And that leaves nothing left for you at the end of the day. You feel depleted at the end of the day. You feel like you can't get any time to yourself. You start revenge scrolling deep into the night because all day you spent taking care of your baby or taking care of your husband, taking care of the household. Like, it's so much work that goes into that I think just is very easily overlooked. When you tell people you're a stay-at-home mom, they often think like it's something easy, like it's something easy, like it's somehow like working moms are better, or working moms work harder. And honestly, like, I feel like both are hard. I feel like being a working mom is hard, but being a stay-at-home mom is also hard. Not getting any time for yourself, not having any separation between yourself and your child, between yourself and your home and your partner. It just feels like you're giving everything you have to them, and there really just isn't much left to give to yourself at the end of the day. So the reason why I decided to start this channel was to reclaim some of my energy, reclaim some of who I am, some of who I was before I became a mother. My son is playing with the truck, of course. Babe, what are you doing? Can you take it out there to your dad, please? Go ahead, go play trucks with your dad. We'll see if he listens to me. But yeah, I felt the need. I felt like it was finally time for me to reclaim some part of myself, something that is just mine. It's not my husband's, it's not my child's, but just mine. And something that I've always really loved, something that's always been a very big part of who Sajwa is reading. Like, I love reading. I've always loved reading, and it is like my favorite pastime, and I love books in general. And I figured that if I can get back into focusing on my reading And then I can talk about the things that I read, talk about the books, do some book reviews, you know, like maybe it's something that will bring me a sense of joy. And if I'm able to focus my effort on building my platform, building my YouTube, then maybe I'd also feel a sense of accomplishment. Because unfortunately, another thing about being a stay-at-home mom is that the days start to feel very redundant. It feels like you're doing the same thing on a loop every single day. It feels like, not that it doesn't amount to anything, but it's like if I go and do the dishes reappear within a couple hours and I have to do them again. So it's like on a cycle. It's not like I do the dishes and then the dishes are done. The dishes are done even for the day. No, I do dishes multiple times a day. You know, I'm changing my child's diaper multiple times a day. I'm playing with my child multiple times a day. I'm feeding my child. So it's like it never really ends. It never feels like I've accomplished because I'm continually having to redo that same thing. That same thing is needed again, you know. So I kind of felt like restless too. Like I feel like I'm in the house a lot. And that leads to me just feeling like trapped in these four walls, like are just closing in on me sometimes. Like I live in a very small apartment, so it's not really anywhere for me to go and escape to. I also struggled really heavily with anxiety. Shuaib, didn't I tell you to take that to your dad? Go show Dada. Go show Dada your trunk. It's just too loud for mommy right now. Can you go show Dada? Thank you. I struggled with anxiety really heavily during my postpartum period, and that lasted for months. Like I'm just really starting to come out of it, but even then it's still hard for me to do something as simple as leave my child for any extended period of time. Like if I can't just leave the house without my child. If I attempt to do so, like I just think about my child the whole time, and like I'm worried, like are they okay? Like my baby is very clingy. He's a very clingy baby boy, typical mama's boy. He doesn't, like, he wants me for so much of the day. He's so used to being around me, and although he'll play with his dad from time to time, like throughout the day, like he's okay playing with him, but like if it comes down to it, he's gonna want me. If he starts crying, he wants me to soothe him in a way that he just won't allow his dad to. So that's the type of stuff that worries me. If I try to leave the house to go visit a friend or go to a coffee shop or just spend time by myself, I either end up worrying about my child the whole time, or I just feel guilty. I feel guilty that I'm away from him and I'm choosing to be by myself when he might be needing me in that moment, you know. So these are some of the hardships of motherhood that I felt like wasn't talked about enough, something that I simply did not anticipate happening to me. On the bright side, like I love him so much, so like motherhood definitely isn't all terrible. Like I love him more than I've ever loved anyone else, and it's such an unending, boundless love. Like I don't know, like I feel like I would do anything for him, and I prioritize him so much over myself, and that's kind of where the hardship also comes in from that. But it's because I love him so much and I want the best for him. Shuaib, what's wrong, baby? What's wrong, baby? Why are you crying? Yeah, so he's officially getting to that stage of like, he's not 2 yet, but I swear he has been having tantrums since he was like 6 months, if not earlier. Like he is the king of tantrums, and it only gets worse and worse as the days go on. So I can only imagine when he turns 2. But yeah, so that's kind of why I decided to start my channel, is just to reclaim a part of myself. Sometimes in motherhood, it's like I look in the mirror and I can't even recognize who's looking back at me sometimes. Like I'm in a whole different body, I guess. Like I feel different in my body. My body looks different from before I got pregnant, and my clothes don't fit me properly, or the clothes that I used to wear I no longer feel comfortable wearing. Like they're no longer attractive to me, or I don't feel good in them anymore. So I feel some of them I feel like are too juvenile for motherhood. Like I'm a mom now, I should be dressing more maturely. So there's just so much where it's like I have a hard time connecting to who I was before. So this is just a small part of me trying to take take that back, to rediscover who Sajwa is now and who she's becoming and what are the things that she wants to do with her life outside of motherhood. I definitely don't want to become a mother who that's all she is. She's just a mother, because that isn't true. You know, that is one facet of me, that is a very important part of me, and that has changed me in so many ways. However, I don't want that to be all that I am. I don't want that to be all that I have to offer the world. I want something that's just for me, you know, and I feel like that's okay. It's okay for mothers to have things that are just for them. So that's kind of what this channel is going to be for me. It's a little bit of a creative outlet, shall I say. I've already started working on my TikTok platform, and I found it to be fun. Actually, so far I found it to be really fun, more than I thought it would be. Like, I've been pondering this idea for months. I've been thinking about perhaps starting a YouTube channel, perhaps starting some sort of social media content creation, and I just kept going back and forth over it. And it wasn't until a couple of weeks ago, one of my friends posted how she has recently started making money on TikTok, and she makes a decent amount. Like, all you have to do is get to 10K and then you're able to make money off your posts. And she told me that she started making money within less than a year. So I feel like that was really encouraging to me, because I have no way to make money right now. Like, I did finish college, I finished my master's degree, but I don't feel comfortable working outside the home currently. I like I said, with my anxiety, staying away from my son for that amount of time, it's just too hard for me right now, on top of the fact that I don't have reliable childcare. So even if I did want to work out the home, there's no one to watch my son, and I really would like to have my own source of income outside of my husband, because relying on your husband for every single thing can be very, very challenging on your relationship, on your marriage. That's another thing that has been really hard for me this past year and a half as a first-time mom, is just getting accustomed to the marriage with a baby, and also being a stay-at-home mom, not making any money of my own, having to ask my husband for anything that I want for myself, down to a coffee, or, you know, getting some new clothes that fit me better, or going out with my friends. Every little thing is like I constantly have to ask my husband, and he gets to decide, is it something that we can afford? Is it something that we can prioritize? And so that means that I get told no, you know, and that has also been very hard for me to deal with, coming from a girl who has had her own money since high school, even earlier than that. You know, I'm just used to being able to buy my own stuff. I love shopping. I love fashion. I love clothes. I love going out with my friends. Like, that is the lifestyle that I'm used to, and it feels like so much of that has been cut off from me since becoming a mother, and that's also has made it very, very hard for me. I'm hoping that maybe if I can just dedicate at least a year, I'm telling myself to dedicate at least a year to this project, to my content creation, to YouTube, to TikTok. I'm gonna dedicate at least a year of being consistent, posting regularly. I owe myself that. I owe myself that, to see this through, to see what I can do with it. So I'm going to do this, and after a year, I'm gonna reassess and see, is this something that I like? Is this something that I want to continue doing? Have I been able to make any money off of it? Like, within a year's time, I really would hope that by then I would be able to start making some money off of it, even if it's just $5. Like, I will find that to be a success. If I can make $5 by next year from any sort of content creation, like, I will be so happy, because it's proof that, like, the hard work pays off, and it can only go up from there. So that would encourage me to continue going if I was able to make some sort of money from it, and also if I simply enjoyed it. Like, if I really do end up enjoying it as much as I've been so far, if this continues in this way, I think that I might just continue it anyway and maybe give it some more time. for as long as I can, really. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of YouTubers, and I really enjoy like just their content. It's simple content. It's just everyday life, everything that they do every day, just being with their kids, being with their family, homemaking, cooking, reading, going to cafes, hanging out with their friends. Like when you're home alone, just you and your kid, your baby, your husband's at work, like watching other women and go about their lives, like it feels like they're my friends. Like that actually sounds really sad, but it just feels like I'm catching up with a friend. Like every time that I get a new video, I'm so excited to watch that video. Like and as soon as I open up YouTube, I'm in the morning, I'm just like, who can I watch today? And I love it. Like, and I feel like I could continue watching them like forever. Like I don't feel like there would be a time where I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this. Like some of my top YouTube channels, I'm actually gonna list my top YouTube channels below, like for mom content, for bookish content, lifestyle content. Like I'm gonna list some of those below. These are the people that I literally sit and wait for them to drop a video, and I'm like the first person watching it. Like they're my friends in my head. Like we're friends. Like I just find their content relatable. Like I feel like this is someone who I would want to be friends with in real life. I feel like that's one amazing thing about social media, is that ability to just connect with so many different people that you wouldn't have otherwise met in the real world. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with this. And yeah, thank you guys for coming along with me on the journey, and I can't wait to see how far this journey will take us. I want this channel to just be a safe space. I want this channel to be somewhere where other people can feel seen, heard. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? I want other people to be able to get from my channel what I got from so many other people's channels. I just find that to be really beautiful. So stick along for the ride with me. I love you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.